Hello, this is Randy Ewert from CT SPED Math Dude. I want to talk to you during this video about three aspects of the process of learning. And those three would be mindfulness, perseverance, and critical thinking. These are often overlooked in education because the focus oftentimes is on the content. And by addressing these pieces, two good things can happen. One, you're preparing the student for life after public education where you get the extra supports. Second, you're by leveraging their effort and their ability, you can make learning happen faster. And then that makes the time that you have in special ed more productive. Because then as you present information, they're taking on a larger portion of the load, and they're accepting that they're able to accept and use the help that they get, so that it can make the whole process much more smooth and allow them to then do more during their years in K-12 education. To do this, what I often start with is a jigsaw puzzle. And so let me actually pull up a jigsaw puzzle and show you how I launch students into the learning these the three aspects of the process of learning. I'll start by just letting them do a jigsaw puzzle, and you can see in the address bar which puzzle I'm using, online jigsaw puzzles. A cool thing here is you can actually upload a photo and do a photo of a personal photo and have them work on that. You can also upload a photo of something that's of interest to them, and that can make it more interesting and more engaging. So again, let them start with a puzzle, and I'll watch and just kind of gather some baseline information. But then I'll start talking to them about a strategy so they can start thinking in terms of having a strategy, having a purpose in for what actions that they take. And the one that I use is one that what probably everybody uses, which is looking at each piece and looking for the sides, and then you tell them, oh, if it's flat on the bottom, put those at the bottom. And then if they are flat on the side, then put those pieces on the side. Not only is that a strategy, but it's also getting them to be mindful, to think. It's also critical thinking as they analyze each piece, so they can start to see, and a lot of students have trouble with this, start to understand, well, this is not flat, it has a piece sticking out. This is not flat, there's a piece going inside. So it's convex, concave, concave. Oh, and now here it's flat. And then I say, oh, I'll put that at the top there. So now we're hitting all three things. There's a strategy involved. There's critical thinking as they analyze each piece. And then also they have to be mindful. They have to pay attention to details. And that's something that's useful to train them with. So that's the first thing is having them start with a very simple puzzle and start to go through the strategy that I mentioned, and then the critical thinking and the mindfulness. Once they've done that, you can then change the puzzle up and now make it a little more complicated, and you do the same strategy, but now they have to work a little bit harder. So now you start elevating the task demand placed on them. And so this is something that I do, and it takes practice and time, but I do it over and over again. Actually, I may start off my lessons with students by doing this, just so they have practice. They have practice being mindful, practice implementing a strategy, practice doing some critical thinking. And it's something that they can also enjoy. And then this is something that you can do at home, is get these puzzles, start with a simple puzzle, and then have them go through the strategies. And then that could also be a fun activity. So anyway, I say give it a shot, and let's see how it goes.